Pro Bowl snubs are often talked about just as much, if not more than the actual roster each year. The Saints have had many players in their history who have deserved a spot on the All-Star roster at some point in their careers, but were never recognized as such. As we look forward to watching Alvin Kamara, Cameron Jordan, Marshon Lattimore, and J.T. Gray play in the Pro Bowl this afternoon, let's take a look at a few of the best Saints in history who should have been honored during their careers. Ramczyk. The Saints' first-round pick in 2017 has been one of the best right tackles in the league since he entered the NFL. Surprisingly though, despite being an All-Pro 3 times in his career, Ramczyk is yet to make a Pro Bowl. The fact that he is a right tackle and not a left tackle hurts his chances, as the Eagles' Lane Johnson is the only primarily right tackle who has made a Pro Bowl for the NFC since 2017. Ramczyk will have his day soon, as he is far too good a player to be snubbed for the rest of his career. The year he should have made it, 2019. Ramczyk was a first-team All-Pro player in 2019, but was one of just 2 players to be named first-team All-Pro and not make the Pro Bowl. Demario Davis. Davis has arguably been the second-best free agent signing in team history, and when number 1 is Drew Brees, that's saying a lot. Much like Ramczyk, Davis has made the All-Pro team 3 times since joining the Saints, but is yet to make a Pro Bowl. Davis was a solid player before joining the Saints, but his career reached a new level in New Orleans, as he has been the heart and soul of the defense, if not the entire team, since he arrived. Davis should make a Pro Bowl sooner or later, as he is not showing any signs of slowing down anytime soon. The year he should have made it, 2019. Just like Ramczyk, Davis was one of 2 first-team All-Pro players not to make the Pro Bowl roster in 2019. Cowboys linebacker Jaylon Smith was chosen over Davis as an alternate to replace Bobby Wagner. Courtney Roby. Courtney Roby is one of the forgotten stars of the 2009 Super Bowl team. Finishing 3rd in the NFL on kick return average while also playing gunner on kick and punt coverage, Roby was named the Saints Special Teams MVP in 2009, but was denied a Pro Bowl nod. The year he should have made it, 2009. Of course, Roby would not have played in the Pro Bowl game in 2009 as he had a prior commitment later the next week, but finishing in the top 3 in return average while also playing gunner certainly should have landed him a spot on the roster. Brandon Cooks. Despite being traded after just 3 years and finding success with other teams, the Saints are still Brandon Cooks' longest tenured team. One of the best players of the 7-9 era of Saints football, Cooks has recorded 1,000+ yards in all but 2 of his 8 seasons in the league, but yet has never been named to a Pro Bowl. Cooks was traded for the 32nd overall pick in the NFL draft the year after finishing 7th in the NFL on receiving yards, but the emergence of Michael Thomas and the Saints using the pick on Ryan Ramczyk made the trade one of the better in recent team history. The year he should have made it, 2016. Cooks finished 5th in the NFC in receiving years in 2016, despite being the only player in the top 10 with fewer than 120 targets. Cooks was passed over as an alternate by Doug Baldwin, who had fewer yards and touchdowns than Cooks despite having more receptions and targets. Marks Colston. And finally, we have the greatest player in NFL history to never make a Pro Bowl. Marks Colston is one of only 2 players to lead a franchise in career receiving yards to never be included on a Pro Bowl roster. Props if you know who the other is. When you look at Colston's season-by-season numbers, it is crazy to think he never made it at least once. Colston was the 252nd pick of the 2006 draft, and the 27th receiver taken. He finished with more career receiving yards than all of them outside of another Saints legend, Brandon Marshall, who was named to 6 Pro Bowls. The year he should have made it, 2007. Colston's sophomore season was easily his biggest Pro Bowl snub. He finished 3rd in the NFC in receiving years and 4th in touchdowns, but was still passed over. T.O. and Larry Fitzgerald were named starters, as both did have better seasons than Colston, but the 2 reserves, Torrey Holt and Donald Driver, Both had fewer receiving yards and touchdowns than Colston in 2007. I asked Saints fans on Twitter who they thought should be on this list. Here are some of the other players you mentioned as deserving of a Pro Bowl honor in their careers.